supply. They scared it might spread at a rapid pace. And they saying, oh, I forgot. You know what? I forgot the gentleman's name. It was the former CDC director. He was on a news channel. He said, hey man, we should take this seriously because if we don't get a hold of this bird flu, it can have a mortality rate of definitely between 25 to 50%. Ooh. It'll make the COVID-19 pandemic like child's play.
Dr. Robert Redfield.
Robert Redfield. Look it up. Look it up. He said it. I watched it 2 nights ago. Yeah, the former CDC director. He said it himself. So that could pop off in 2 weeks or 2 months. Mm-hmm. So, like the Bible said, man, once you think that you safe, it's sudden destruction. Mm-hmm. So you're not safe in America. Only way you're safe, you come back and keep these commandments and come back to your nationality and come back to your power. Go ahead.
It says, and there shall be famines and pestilences and earthquakes in diverse places.
Right, diverse places. Pestilence, the COVID-19, these different respiratory diseases. Now everybody worried about the chicken flu, the monkeypox still out there. Okay, so we bring out these different lessons knowing that one of these plagues could hit. You know, people are like, well, you said the monkey plague was going to hit, or this plague didn't hit and then hit. But it could be another plague that hit. You know what I'm saying? But we just gather the information and giving it to the people because we know that one of these plagues are going to hit, or multiple plagues are going to hit. Okay? And this is no joke, man. And different earthquakes, different natural disasters. Look what happened to California. And California had a lot of earthquakes the last couple of weeks, here and there. So that California, that's a wicked ass place. That's a very liberal place. That's probably the most wickedest place in America. It's California. Right. And definitely the most weird. I've been out of California, and those people are weird as hell, man. they weirdos out there, man. You know? And it's so beautiful that you celebrities losing your damn homes out in California. Yeah. And then, like I told Benin a few days ago, a lot of these celebrities they broke as hell. Right. Because a lot of people ain't watching movies. Right. They ain't making $20 million a movie no more. Nope. Wow. And those houses, let's say that celebrity have a $7 million home in LA. It might have been, a lot of them pay for it already. Like it's paid for. Because that's their retirement. Right. So, maybe when they get cash strapped, they say, hey, we sell for $7 million and probably $5 million on equity.
Or just refinance. Yeah.
Or refinance.
Yeah, refinance.
Right. It's an asset to them. But now it's gone. No movie roles. Nobody watch TV like that no more. Right. Nobody watching the movies. And they do, everybody's streaming it. They making less money that way. Or people watching podcasts or YouTube. Right. Basically, people ain't making that money. Right. They ain't making that money. So a lot of these celebrities are broke. Mm-hmm. They broke as hell. Beautiful. Yes. Beautiful thing. We told you that the stars of heaven, these celebrities were going to fall. They finally falling.
It was untouchable.
Yeah. The Most High got their ass, man. In a few seconds. In a few seconds, gone.
It's lucky it's good for everybody else to see it too.
Right. Exactly. Y'all next. All right? It can happen to me. You next, nigga. Give me so let's get the bird flu article. Let's read about this bird flu. Because Yahweh Shah prophesied 2,000 years ago there's going to be many pestilence to hit the earth. We're ahead of the COVID. Alright, now here come another one, the bird flu. Soon we can say bird flu.
You ain't gonna be able to see it.
This flu, this right here. This. But flap our arm and bird. Oh boy. Go ahead.
All right, the title of this article is an exclusive: Global Pandemic Fears Over New Bird Flu Strand After First Human Death in U.S. And it's by Matt Davies, Trends Watch reporter, January 15th, 2025. A recent bird flu death has sparked fears that a, quote, brand new virus could potentially mutate under the right conditions and lead to a global pandemic.
Yeah, it is. So they already fearing that this thing could mutate so many ways, it'd be a global pandemic. And this is going to be a worse pandemic if this pop off because this affects the food supply. Now, COVID didn't affect the food supply. This could affect the food supply. This could cause, here you dying from the pandemic and no food. Go ahead, brother.
Last week, the Louisiana Department of Health announced that the U.S. had suffered its first bird flu-related death. A 65-year-old patient contracted the H5N1 strand, a highly pathogenic avian influenza, and died several weeks after being admitted to the hospital.
Yeah, basically ammonia, man. And it hurt the older people. You have underlying issues like high cholesterol, high blood pressure, you know. It attacks you first, you know. It hurts you the most. Go ahead.
In November 2024, a 13-year-old in Canada was hospitalized after contracting the same D1.1 genotype as the Louisiana patient.
A 13-year-old, a young person.
While another person was also treated for bird flu in Missouri in September last year. It comes amid reports of a separate genotype
And you know what? Esau been experimenting with these diseases for a long time, viruses. Because we've been hearing about the bird flu for the last 20 years, the mad cow disease. Hey, you know about Esau experiment? And they perfecting it and waiting until they hit the people at the right time. They plan everything. Go ahead. Remember, man, they try to push their agenda 2030. Where they're going to have the New World Order set up already by 2030. That's the agenda. That the Bible said the devil moving fast, you know he got a short time.
Right.
Go ahead.
It comes amid reports of a separate genotype, B3.13, infecting dairy cows in the U.S.
You hear that? Affecting dairy cows. See, no milk, no beef ribs, no hamburgers. Go ahead. Because once the cow is affected, they got to kill the cow. He's going to affect other cows and other people. They got to kill immediately. Go ahead. You can't eat the meat when you kill them. It's affected. Go ahead.
With California officials declaring a state of emergency to, quote, streamline the state's response to cases. Bobby Pritt, a professor of laboratory medicine and pathology at Mayo Clinic in Rochester, Minnesota, outlined the worrying potential outcomes of the virus mutating and gaining the ability to, quote, officially spread from person to person.
That's right, man. Because they scared it's going to be aerosol that it's going to get with droplets, you know? So, it mutates, man. The more it mutates, the more easier it goes person to person. So that's what they scared of right now. Go ahead.
When asked how dangerous it would be to humans, she said, if the virus were to mutate and gain the ability to officially spread from person to person, then this could result in a large outbreak or even a global pandemic.
So it's so many distractions. Now everybody's worried about the fires, the drones, and other various things. But nobody really talking about this. This is right underlined. And this is huge right here. This is way worse than some fires in LA. You know? But everybody's distracted. Donald Trump is going to be inaugurated Monday, the 20th. That's a distraction. Nobody's talking about this.
That's true.
Go ahead.
It is because of this concern that the U.S. government is closely monitoring the situation, promptly testing and quarantining infected animals, destroying the milk from any infected dairy cows, and working on a vaccine for livestock.
Oh, here we go, working on a vaccine for livestock, but soon you're going to be livestock. Here go the vaccines again. And that COVID vaccine, it's deadly. It's been killing a lot of people, man. A lot of people been dying, young people dying suddenly, especially women dying suddenly. Cancer is up. They say cancer is up 100%. I can't remember, I shouldn't say exact percent, but basically cancer's up. I had the stats, I forgot.
Way up, huh?
Cancer is way up. Death among young people is way up. Heart attacks is way up. Strokes are way up. It is a lot of destruction. But who been warning you since? We was in the COVID. We was in the middle of COVID telling you not to take those shots. Right. We were not take those shots. Not to take that juice for the damn devil.
And everybody's got bad memory. You don't forget all about what could be causing it.
Right, exactly. They don't know what's causing it.
Yeah.
The doctors are perplexed. They know what the hell is going on.
Everything's
And
going according to plan.
here they're going to hit you with more vaccines. So if the actual bird flu don't kill you, if the actual famine don't kill you, they're going to damn vaccine. So I mean, you can't hide from this destruction, man. If you're not a practicing Israelite.
Right.
Go ahead.
However, the conditions required for human-to-human transmission may be inevitable if the continued circulation of bird flu in large numbers of animals and the quote continued transmission to human occurs. Professor Pritt admitted that she felt nervous about the number of different types of animals being affected. Symptoms.
And those animals so far been zoo animals. It's been domestic animals, your dogs, your cats, even stray dogs and cats. And finally, like eagles and different different kind of birds. So been based on a lot of animals, you know. But you could be concerned of your livestock, your cattle's been affected so far, your chickens, your goats. All that's food that people eat. And man, your domestic pets, your cats and dogs. I mean, forget about who. I mean, most, not gonna say most, but a lot of people owns cats or dogs in America. Can you imagine that's infected? So this could be a huge, right? This could pop off 2 weeks, 2 months, could pop off. And you back locked down with your mask back on. I mean, listen, put your mask back on a couple of years ago. You know, and people out there laughed at us. And it's going to be a second shutdown.
Right.
We were hoping that it would happen a little sooner, but guess what? But we said it's going to be a second shutdown, whether soon or next year or two. And now you see the potential of another shutdown. You will be locked back in your houses again soon.
That's right.
Go ahead.
Symptoms of bird flu include high temperature, feeling hot or shivery, aching, headaches, coughing or shortness of breath. Other signs could include sickness, stomach and chest pain, diarrhea, conjunctivitis, and bleeding from your nose or gums.
Yeah, a bad taste of the flu that can lead to death. So let's get the scriptures, brother.
2nd Ezra chapter 16, starting at verse 18. The beginning of sorrows and great mournings.
That's right, man. The Most High is visiting the earth, man. So right now, we're in a preview of great sorrow and mourning. That COVID-19, that was great mourning. That virus in California, people in great mourning.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
The beginning of famine and great death.
That's right. That bird flu could bring that great famine and great death. Go ahead.
The beginning of wars, and the powers shall stand in fear.
That's right, man. Because we close to World War III. We close. And they still, another thing people forget about is the skirmishes in the Middle East. That's still going on strong.
True.
And people ain't talking about Russia, Ukraine.
Right,
That's
yeah.
still going on.
Yeah.
So it's so many things going on, you can't keep up with it.
Right.
Go ahead.
Says, the beginning of evils. What shall I do when these evils shall come?
That's right. All thing you do is repent to the Most High. Go ahead.
Verse 19. Behold, famine and plague, tribulation and anguish are sent as scourges for amendment.
See, really, the Most High is sending these plagues to the earth, these troubles to the earth, is to correct the people, so you can repent. But check out the next verse.
Verse 20. 2nd Ezra chapter 16 and verse 20. But for all these things they shall not turn from their wickedness, nor be always mindful of their scourges.
That's right. So they're not even mindful of the destruction the Most High put on the earth. You would think that, oh man, we gotta be doing something wrong. These fires, all these hurricanes, these bird flu. Let's repent. But they don't repent. Go ahead.
Verse 21. Behold, victuals shall be so good cheap upon earth.
That's right. Talking about your food supply. Because you know why it can be cheap on the earth? Because it's gonna be poison. Go ahead.
That they shall think themselves to be in good case, And even then shall evils grow upon earth.
That's right.
Sword, famine, and great confusion. Verse 22. For many of them that dwell upon earth shall perish of famine.
And really, start that verse 2. Start that verse from the beginning too.
For many people, for many of them,
Mm-hmm.
gone. 2nd Ezra chapter 16, verse 22. For many of them shall dwell upon the earth. Slakia. For many of them.
The victuals.
Oh, okay. Verse 21. It says, behold, victuals shall be so good cheap upon the earth.
You know, back in the 50s and the 60s, things was cheap. The good old days of America. So everybody thought America couldn't go down. You could buy a car cheap. You could buy a house cheap. The American dollar was strong. American buy a piece of candy. I could buy a piece of candy for a penny.
Yeah.
I could buy a slice of pizza for 50 cents. It's popcorn for a quarter. You know the old folks used to say that.
One income could support the household.
Right. Yeah, live good. Go ahead.
Says, but victuals shall be so good cheap upon earth that they shall think themselves to be in good case.
That's right. The American people thought it was in a good case. We'll never fall. Everything is good. The American dream, the American pie, the white picket fence. Let's buy a house in the suburbs. Everything is good. The jobs there, Ford jobs and the car industry, Detroit, making good money. It's gone now. Go ahead.
It says, and even then shall evils grow upon earth.
That's right.
Sword, famine, and a great confusion.
Right. So, right now we're in a great confusion because you don't know. There's so many things going off. There's so many wicked, so many destructive things going on. And people are confused. They don't know they're going to keep their damn job. They don't know they're going to be. They don't have insurance, health insurance, life insurance, house insurance. All that stuff is being done away with.
Yeah.
The benefits of America. But,
So I seen that somewhere, in Georgia, some insurance company now, and oddly, in lieu of everything happening on the West Coast, now this insurance company is not going to be offering fire insurance anymore. You're not even going to be able to renew it. They're getting ready to cancel it out.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Right. Esau is not a fair person. Here, the American people have been paying insurance for years. And most people don't file claims.
Right.
So they make plenty of money.
Yep.
But here, the claims are being filed and they don't want to pay out the money. They're crooks.
Mm-hmm.
Or another thing with the fire insurance, that's going to affect everybody insurance in America.
Exactly.
That's going to raise up house insurance and car insurance.
Mm-hmm.
So we're going to have to pay for that, the American people. So they are wicked as hell, man. Go ahead.
So they're gonna raise the insurance, and they're not gonna do nothing over there.
No, exactly. Yeah.
Wicked.
Yeah. So next 3 or 4 months, you're going to see the difference. Go ahead.
2nd Ezra chapter 16 and verse 22. For many of them that dwell upon the earth shall perish of famine, and the other that escape the hunger shall